Hello, everyone. Welcome to Dragon Talk. I am Greg Tito, and I am joined by... Who are you?
My name is Shelly.
Hi, Shelly.
Hi,
nice
how are
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too.
Where did you come from?
Binghamton, New York.
I love that place. Mm-hmm. That's where magic happens.
Yeah.
Not D&D.
No. Magic, the Gathering. Started there.
Wait, now you're just making up rumors now. You're like, that's where it was founded in 1992.
That's where Richard Garfield first had the idea. He was like, this place is so boring. What I need is a quick, fast-paced card game that I can play anywhere. Mostly in between my D&D games.
And thus Magic was born.
Yes.
We'll be telling more stories like that for the 25th anniversary of Magic the Gathering over the next... No, this is the Dungeons & Dragons podcast, and we have two amazing guests
who are... in the wrong room.
You are. Well, that's right. You got to come back later. We have Mr. Todd Kenreck and Adam Bradford
Woo-hoo!
from Curse in the House. How's it going?
Good.
This is going to be the best interview ever.
This is going to Corbin Dallas, this whole thing.
I don't know what his problem is. It's great.
It's great. It's always great.
Good.
Well, we're glad you guys are here. Excited to talk more about what D&D Beyond is coming up next for you guys and all that stuff. I hear there's some announcements you're going to be announcing.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
On Dragon Talk.
Can you give us a hint to start here on this intro?
Yeah, like, where's my phone? That's the hint you get.
Oh, get it? Think about it.
We're going to call someone?
I think we're going to call your mom and find out what's going on.
That's what mobile phones actually do, is they call people instead of just text and
phone.
Slack and whatever else.
What are you, like, from, like, the dark ages of 2011?
You actually call people?
Ridiculous. So we will be doing our interview with these guys in just a little bit, so they are free to jump in and talk whenever you want to when we go through and talk about all the fun stuff, including what's going on with D&D Beyond. Maybe you guys have something to add to that. But Neverwinter Lost City of Omu is out on PC right now. You can check it out. It is the ending of their Tomb of Annihilation arc of storyline for the end game. It's really cool stuff. They have the City of Omu and the actual what's the temple underneath there? The Temple of the Lost Gods, Lost Trickster Gods, is able to be played in that there if you are at the right levels and ready to get into it. But Neverwinter is a fun game. You should check it out. It's at playneverwinter.com is the best way to learn more about it. New content comes out on PC first, but then it's out on PS4 and Xbox directly after, or usually a few weeks after. So jump in, get in. It's a great way to get into the content of what's going on in Dungeons & Dragons storylines. Yes. They've been in tandem with us for a long time, so I'm really excited about getting in. And I got to get it on the Xbox. Yeah,
get in on that.
Get in on this new stuff when that comes out in the next couple of weeks. Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes is announced and coming out May 29th. It will be available everywhere with a standard cover, but there is also an alternate cover you can only get in your local game stores on May 18th. It's pretty cool stuff.
That's awesome.
We're talking about lots of lore and other things that are in Mordenkainen's Tome of Foes in our segments, as well as doing some more interviews and stuff like that coming down the pipe. But we got lots of previews, lots of fun stuff to talk about in the next few weeks because May 29th is not that far away, really. I mean, it feels far away when I'm talking about it now.
No, it's March.
But it's March.
We have April, and then it's May.
And then all of you know, it's out the door. It's crazy. So we'll give you guys more information about that in the next couple of coming weeks, and we're excited about it. Warriors of Waterdeep, we announced. Did you know about this? It's a mobile game, speaking of hints.
What?
It's a mobile game developed by Ludia, or being developed by Ludia right now, where you can get quests from Laeral Silverhand, the Open Lord of Waterdeep, as well as Mert the Moneylender, Durnan from the Yawning Portal. Yeah.
I would take orders from him.
You can shop from him. But it's a turn-based kind of tactical RPG, sending your party out and kind of like a lane fighter. Like you can fight right ahead, or there's different powers that you can do that can go from different sides and or sweep across the lane, that kind of stuff. Looks really fun. They're in alpha development right now. They'll be getting into the beta pretty soon, so should be coming in the next couple of months. Pretty exciting. D&D Beyond is my spiel I'm about to go into next. Do you guys want to supersede me with any what's going on? Just
seriously,
real
just gonna
quick
go.
bite.
Oh,
No, just quick bites. Just quick bites.
I feel like it needs more.
I don't know how.
Unearthed
Fanfare.
Arcana you can talk about.
Yeah,
or
just like
Sure. So we've recently added Unearthed Arcana. Which camera am I supposed to be looking
big
at?
one.
Is it
The big one
It's
is-
the big one.
yeah.
All right. So hi, I'm looking at you now. All right. So we have recently added Unearthed Arcana content to the. Or should I look at you? What's more natural?
Whatever you want.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Look straight up at the ceiling.
All
I
right,
think that's
so Unearthed Arcana content came out
definitely natural.
in January. So we had some character options that we actually incorporated into DDB during that time, and we're waiting on. Really excited about whatever Marches might be because it might be character options. I don't actually know, but we'll see. When the next time we have character options, we will incorporate that into D&D Beyond, and you'll be able to play test that content using the tool set. So we're really excited about that.
Sweet.
Is there any other breadcrumb that I need to jump on?
No, I think that's
Because,
good.
you know, I'm like almost like I'm just on the verge. I'm like I just need to say the other thing. So
No.
It's coming.
Okay, okay.
I know.
All right.
I like your
I
restraint.
know. I
Okay.
know.
All right.
I'm trying to.
pushing it down.
You're like, it's coming up. It's coming up.
And
I
then
need
what
to
are we gonna
push it
talk
down?
about? Then we
Right.
still have like 40 minutes.
Oh, so all right. There's lots of more fun stuff, but you got to wait for the interview for that, people. Tales from Candlekeep is out on Steam, and they are doing a promotion now. Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier contest until March 11th. Go check it out at Amazon. We're going to throw a link in here for Twitch folks who are watching it. But if you need to search for it, go to Twitch Prime Indie Amplifier to do it. But you get to vote for your game, and the winning game will be for free on the Ides of March, which sounds really terrible, honestly, but it might be cool if you don't know the story of Julius Caesar. Beamdog is making Neverwinter Enhanced Edition right now. It is going to be a revamp of the UI from that classic game, and I'm really excited about this because all of your old saves and all of your old mods will work with the Neverwinter Enhanced Edition when it comes out. Oh my God, what is the matter with you? Are you dying? Are you dying?
Are you okay?
I'm totally fine.
I mean, obviously she's fine.
That's
That's not what people who are bright red say.
That's what.
little piece of string cheese.
Yeah, I could tell a story about that, but
All right, well, I'm going to continue to tell stories about Beamdog while Shelly has a coughing
That's how
fit
we lost
outside.
her.
Say what you're gonna say until I come back.
There was one thing that was really great about Shelly, which was how she
In memoriam.
In memoriam. We'll get right into that.
realized.
But what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition is super cool. It will work on all of your modern OSs as well as for tablets and things like that. And I like that they're doing all this work with the community to make sure that all of the content that was created for Neverwinter Nights, and there was a lot that was created over time. It was like a calling card for RPG designers in the digital space for a long time. You could create your own modules using the Aurora tool set as well as persistent servers. It was one of the first things you can do your own run persistent server in a 3D isometric environment, which is pretty cool. So all that stuff will still work, and it will be even easier for you to jump in and create that stuff with the Neverwinter Enhanced Edition. They are also want us to talk about Siege of Dragonsphere, which was Neverwinter Nights. It was Baldur's Gates 1 and 2. In between those two storylines, Siege of Dragonspear is in there, and that is now available on Google Play and on the Apple App Stores on March 8th. So by the time you're listening to this in podcast form, it will be available there, which is pretty awesome. Dragon Plus issue 8 is out now. It is the crossovers issue. So there's tons of fun stuff in here, including maps of the month, free adventure, one of them called Crypts of Kellamvor, which is designed by Thomas Foss and Scott Fitzgerald Gray. Thomas Foss, we've had on the podcast before. He's the lead designer of Neverwinter, which is pretty cool that he took some of the Neverwinter online side quests and adapted it for a free adventure that you could play at your table. Pretty badass. There's also a cool adventure in there called Grivet's Detective Agency by David Ben and Simon from Dragon Friends, and that takes place between seasons 1 and 2 of the storyline that went into the Dragon Friends podcast. So tons of fun, free, interesting stuff that's going on in the D&D world is all available on Dragon Plus. If you have a phone, We keep talking about phones. Phones are a thing.
Yeah.
Download it on your Android or Apple app. If you don't have a phone or don't want to access it in that format, you can get it at dragonmag.com. All that content is down there. And as Shelley pointed out in our last interview, it also has a aggregator of all of the posts and social stuff that comes from Dungeons and Dragons in the app itself. So you can always just fire that up and go through. And that was seamless. You're just like right in. I love it. It's like you never had the coughing fit that ended your life, and now you're back and reincarnated. Oh. That was fast. Usually that reincarnation spell takes
a new Shelley.
You're a new Shelley.
Hello,
new Shelley. You're even more stranger than the
stranger Shelley.
Stranger Shelley. It's a new show on Netflix.
Yes.
Download it now. There's lots of fun stuff happening here on the D&D Twitch channel. We, of course, do our live recordings on there on Mondays at 2 p.m. Pacific time. If you are interested in cosplay or creating cosplay, go check out Craft Hags with Danny Hartel. That's on Mondays at 12 noon. I love just seeing her make stuff in real time. It's definitely something to check out. There's also another one where you get to watch someone create something in real time, which is Mike Merle's Happy Fun Hour, which starts at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays. Mike is now going through some of the subclasses that he offered as part of our Extra Life promotion last year. Fans donated, I think, $2,500 each for a subclass for Mike Merles to personally design it for them, which I think is super generous. He only did 4 of those, so he's in the process of designing those in the public view to kind of demystify what it is like and understand what goes into designing and balancing each one of the subclasses that end up in things like Xanathar's Guide to Everything, for example. So very cool stuff. Go check that out. Bart Carroll also has Dragon Plus happening at 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, delving into some of the fun stuff that goes on behind the scenes, as well as talking with interviews, people. He does the Dungeons and Doodles there with some of the artists where they get prompts from the audience as well as, and then draw it out there so you get to see it. That's where my Twitter avatar comes from, is Mr. Richard Witters did a Tito Dragon, which I think was bumped to him from Danny Hartel. So all these combination of people that are awesome, and you can only see them here on the D&D Twitch channel. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed in the past and who will subscribe in the future. You are good people. But the people who are subscribed in the present, screw you. I don't like you.
Yeah. We've got what we want from you.
Exactly. No, just kidding. We are going to throw it to an awesome segment right about now. Let's just say it's the Shatter Kai segment. That's right. You're here to hear first. It is going to be Chris Perkins and Mr. Matt Cernan talking about Lower Snow with some bings and some bongs. Let's make it happen.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. It's like dogs and they're playing poker.
Oh.
Don't do it again.
Oh, no.
Don't die.
Nobody.
Try not to breathe or talk. Wait, shit. You're online. You can't do that.
It's not good.
Can you just do hand motions
Yes,
for the rest
I'll
of the time? Just gesticulate as much as you can.
Do you know ASL?
I know the alphabet.
Well, now you have to do it.
I mean, screenshotter didn't happen.
I said okay.
It was 2 years. I think it makes it all
He's
right.
waiting to count you in.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You're already in.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Wait, that was live the whole time. Wasn't that a great segment on Shatter Kai? I loved seeing the transition of where it came from 3rd edition to 4th to where it's going to be when you get Mordenkainen and Stone of Foes. Don't you, Shelley?
It was all right.
It's pretty.
It was. Just kidding.
Oh God! You know we're getting an award for this.
We're
nominated.
They are going to take our nomination away
because of that comment.
Do you know we're nominated for a Golden Geek Award?
Yes, I saw that.
You did?
Congratulations.
Thank you. And now look, here you are.
Dun,
on
dun,
the award
Yeah.
nominated.
Potentially award-winning podcast.
I
So
got
award
it.
nominated.
I mean, it was because of the last time we were on here, obviously.
It might be.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but that's probably true.
It had to be.
I have your Halloween costume. Tom.
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it a giant? Yeah, I know.
It's very Mordenkainen.
Yeah.
Just has to
Everyone's-
shave his head.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah. Everyone wants me to do that. Yeah.
They've seen it?
Yeah.
It's not just...
I'm very mean-looking bald, so.
So it might work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then you can be Ball from Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I would. Yeah, can we do that? Can we do like a?
You want to cosplay together?
It's cosplay together. I feel like I just asked you. Do you want to cosplay with me? Only on Halloween though. That's is that real?
That's not no. You got to do it at every con.
That's right.
This year.
All right.
And in the podcast.
Now I need someone to make it. All right, I'm going to talk to Danny and see if she
You
can.
can be the dungeon master guy.
Yeah, I could be.
That costume's solid.
Oh
I
yeah,
would
I love that
Uni.
costume.
you can be Uni.
I'll be Uni.
You can be Uni.
It's a great idea.
Yeah.
So
Okay, anyway.
we have Adam Bradford and Todd Kenreck here in the studio, which is always a delight. But I think you guys had some. Let's just get the announcements
All right,
out of the
all
way,
right. No.
since I think
Actually-
Shelly is.
Well, listen, I need to talk to you a second. So what just happened with you? All right, I
choked.
got a little bit of a story
I
to
choked.
tell about that. So apparently there's this little part of your anatomy between your trachea and your esophagus. So it's
Okay.
like windpipe esophagus. Little bitty thing. It's like smaller than a button that if liquid gets on it, it like closes your windpipe, right? And so the problem comes in is if liquid gets into the windpipe before it closes off, then it can mean serious things because I was sitting in the office. This has been about a month ago now, but I was sitting in the office.
This is recent.
This is recent.
Oh, that's right.
And this is a harrowing tale, cautionary tale for people out there.
Don't drink water.
So I am.
Don't drink water, kids.
I'm drinking sweet tea. Actually, it wasn't water. But
Don't drink sweet
sweet tea. All right. And I'm sitting. We're sitting at the office. All our computers out because we're, playing with D&D Beyond and dog fooding as they call it in the industry. And so, that's using your own stuff. It's not actual dog food. But anyway, so.
Oh, it's eating your. I didn't know.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
yes, that's what they call it. So we're dog fooding, and
Okay.
so I take a swig of sweet tea,
Yeah.
and someone, Dave, says something incredibly funny. I start laughing.
Uh-oh.
This, whatever just happened to you, happened with me, but I also had this cough, and so I start coughing uncontrollably. I try not to spit liquid all over all the computers, right? And I get up out of the room, take about 3 steps, and the next thing I know, Dave is like gently calling to me in my face like, Adam, are you okay? Are you okay?"
What?
And like apparently that thing like closed off and I couldn't breathe
Oh my God.
and I passed out and hit my head on like this metal windowsill thing and had a concussion. I had to go
No,
to the
you
emergency room.
didn't.
So I literally got knocked out playing D&D. It actually happened. Like, I'm not joking. So I'm just
That's
saying, like,
awful.
you got to be careful. Like, when you started to get up right there, it kind of gave
It
my
brought you
heart some
back.
shudders.
You got a little
Just
bit. Yeah, you're like, whoa, what's
Oh,
happening?
I didn't mean to scare you.
No, it's okay.
I was just trying
I'm
not
glad
to
that you
ruin the
lived through it.
podcast.
I mean, I lived through it also.
If I passed out, would you know what to do, Greg? Do you know?
I would say there's this little part of your anatomy. It's no
would
bigger than a
explain
button.
to you.
Right.
The
Well, I'm
surgeon told me.
passed out.
He would explain to you what's happening.
Like,
to you
Yeah.
as it
I
happens.
know
Don't
what's happening.
worry.
This has happened before.
Well, you
I've
have to
seen
keep
it.
the podcast going.
Right.
I mean, the show must go on.
It can't just
Yeah.
be gasping
Freddie
for air.
Mercury sang that for a reason.
Yeah.
I think
Obviously.
you, of all people, would want the show to go on.
No, I wouldn't.
You will come and save
And
me.
if something ever happened to me, I don't want you to get a new co-host.
I won't. He will be in memoriam the entire time.
This is going to be a framed picture where
just
you are
roll-
all the
I
time.
can be a hologram or something.
We'll just have all of your
Oh,
best
yeah.
moments
Like
like on
Tupac.
repeat.
Oh,
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah, it'll be like C-3PO impressions and
Oh, see ya.
see, you're not real anyway. This is Shadow Shelley,
Stranger Shelley.
Stranger Shelley. the Shadow Shelley
She-
is a bad sequel to
Yeah.
Shadow Shelley,
We
the,
don't like
the,
Shadow
the Hedgehog. No one liked it.
Okay,
All right,
Anyway,
so
I'm
you
sorry
want me to
that
do
happened
the real
to
thing
you.
now. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm okay. I was more concerned about you.
and I'm sorry that happened to you too. Like, what?
okay.
So, what was the? So, are you banning sweet tea from the table now?
Or Dave.
Heavens,
Or Dave,
no,
by
no.
saying
Yeah,
funny
Sounds like-
things?
sounds like
maybe
it was
Dave.
Dave.
Obviously, all Dave's fault.
Yeah.
And I'm sending the hospital bill to him and everything.
Yeah, it's coming up in the review.
It's
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Oh,
Don't.
does Dave report to you?
Not directly. It's dotted line, so he's safe.
That was close. I really
Yeah.
felt bad for Dave. For a
Really,
second
this, this was all my bid for power. It's a very Game of Thrones moment, and he survived.
So I'm actually okay. So do you actually want to hear like announcement things now?
I mean, I guess
no,
it
we
can't be as.
stopped
It's not going to be
that.
as dramatic as
I
that
think
story.
the moment passed.
Okay. All right.
True.
So let's just talk about our dogs then. The rest of the
Oh, yeah, dogs.
that a good idea?
Yeah.
No,
I don't
um,
understand why it's called dog fooding, though, what you were talking about. That doesn't.
because it's like if you make the dog food Like if you're a dog food factory.
All right, but
then how
it
do
could
you
be
know?
anything. It could be we were souping.
Oh, it could be, but
we
it's
were,
just that's the term that sticks.
we were cheese-eating.
Sticked. Did I just say sticked?
Sticked?
Stuck?
Stuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Verb conjugation.
Okay, got it.
All right.
Grammar.
Anyway,
I love you guys know all like the developer stuff. I
Yeah.
learn new
Yeah,
stuff from
that's
you guys all the time.
So if you guys are actually playing D&D in the office,
We do.
you are dog food.
we're dog fooding.
Well, I dog food all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm dog
I
fooding
don't
right
like-
now.
I
I
get
don't like
paid
this.
to dog food.
I don't like this term.
What about cat food? Can't be cat fooding?
Cats.
Listen, I'm not the one that made
Although I do play at Tabaxi.
See, that's where
And
I was
you
going.
could have.
But I betrayed you by making I made a halfling in D&D Beyond, and I was like, oh, I'm just going to use this, and now she's mad at me because I'm not.
In
Well,
our
you were
previous
supposed to be-
game, we were litter mates. He was my brother.
I see.
And then
Yeah.
he just
So he
decided.
abandoned you.
I was under the impression we were using our same characters, but whatever.
It's all good. Now we have a great backstory about Daryl Tucci possibly passing away in Schultz, which I think is going to be very dramatic.
That's why my character is sad and crazy. And drunk.
This makes all the sense. But most of us are double dipping in dog fooding
Yeah.
because we are using D&D Beyond at the table while playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Double
in the,
dog fooding. What do you call that?
I have no idea.
which is
You
it's
can
been
make
lots
up
of
a
fun.
term.
Doggy buffeting. 'Cause, you
That
know,
just sounds like
a
you're
lot of
eating
options.
dogs. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, right? This
Yeah,
goes back
this
to
is
our
like-
other part of our
Uh-oh.
conversation.
Yeah, this is
Don't
like
go there.
pugs, so tasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we've tortured our audience enough.
I know.
So-
now we've.
They may want to know what you guys want to talk about.
All right, so we are releasing our D&D Beyond mobile app into beta today. So
Wait, what? Today?
canny,
Breaking
clever
news.
users might have already seen this out there because it's been kind of softly out in the wild all day today. But yes, you can go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store
I
now
know right now.
and download the app. If you were with us for the alpha portion of the testing, I definitely recommend that you just completely destroy any other installs that you have of the app just in case, because that's where weird stuff starts to happen. But start with a clean install. You've got beta access now. We're in a really good spot because of all the alpha testing that's been happening over the last 3 months or so. Really appreciative to the community for helping out with that. But now it is available to the public. So download it on the app stores, and emphasizing that at this point in the beta, we have e-reader style access to all of your compendium content. So if you have unlocked a player's handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, any of the books, you can now go to the app and read that. Just like similar to something like Kindle, you're going to see all of the content. You're going to be able to jump around with links. You're going to be able to navigate that like you would a typical ebook. And so that is where we have started with the functionality, and it's really, really handy. When you're in queue, as the folks in the UK call it, or the line at the grocery store, and you just
Right.
have to know whatever that random obscure rule is. You can look it up on your phone now very easily. So really, really excited about that. And then some of the character management, so character sheets, character builder, some of our advanced filters and listings and all that. Those are the things that are going to be added in the beta phases upcoming. And so we don't have any news to share about that yet, but just kind of emphasizing that at this point in the beta, what we would like everyone to take a look at is this e-reader style functionality. Let us know what you think. Give us feedback on our forums, and we will certainly listen to that feedback and make this into a really polished product. So very excited about that. Go download it now.
Yeah, this is just the
did.
beginning.
Just like Shelly did.
She just did it. And,
I just
and
did
of
it.
course, if you're talking about it, which is kind of crazy.
I'm gonna have a character. I'm gonna have 6 characters by the end of this podcast.
Yeah.
Freshman
So,
one.
Shelly, you didn't listen to what I just said. I just said that characters were not quite in the app yet.
Yeah.
But what you
I
can
was
do...
downloading.
I couldn't listen and download at the same time.
like not.
This is a wonderful, wonderful lesson for our audience, though. Hopefully, you saw what happened with Shelly there. So, yeah,
Right.
you don't have your
Who are you?
characters yet. But you are going to at a future stage of the beta. But for now, Shelly, you could sit over there and possibly read, the player's handbook instead of...
Why don't I just do that?
Yeah, that would
'Cause
be
I'm
a great
I am
idea.
adding nothing.
Yeah.
You're
I
taking
mean,
I'm
no
just
one
going to
really
be over
said
here
that,
just
but-
reading the player's handbook.
So phase 1 is basically getting all your compendium content, the rules, the adventures you can download to your phone. And then another phase will be character builder, and then being able to look at monsters and basically the full functionality of the website. So this is just the beginning.
And when you said download it to your phone, that means once you download the app, you don't need to download anything else to be able to access that stuff. So if you're in a place where you don't have Wi-Fi or signal, you can still look up anything that you want to look up using the search functionalities and stuff like that.
Offline access has been incredibly important for the community from day one when we announced D&D Beyond. It's been the most requested bit of functionality, and so our mobile app is it's the answer for offline capability. So again, for the first part, you can download each individual book to your device. It lives on the device, and if you are in the basement or at the convention center and the Wi-Fi is not working properly, then you can still access all of that material on the go.
Okay.
Or around the campfire and the bottom of the castle.
The bottom of the ocean.
Castles have very bad Wi-Fi in Scotland.
I
don't know if you know this.
You have to charge
they
your
didn't
phone
install
though,
that until like 1600s.
Yeah.
So, all right, here's my question, though. Is the beta app is free?
Yes, absolutely. Everything's free. And the way that it works, we
beautiful.
allow you to unlock any of the content within the mobile app itself, but I will definitely emphasize that any purchases that happen, whether it's in the mobile app or on the website, all of it is the same pot. So essentially any content that you have already unlocked on as part of D&D Beyond, if you're already using the tool set, you can download the app and then you can get this beautiful version of the book to go with you, and we have some different display styles. We heard very early on that people love the book look and feel, so we have that in there with some of the textures and the fonts like you're going to see in the physical books, because 5th edition books are just beautiful, and so we're trying to retain as much of that as we can in a digital
like
format.
the notes from Xanathar himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of that's going to be found there, but then ultimately with the feedback we started hearing from people, and they possibly read this lying in bed at night with their spouse, and they don't want to keep their spouse awake, and so they're like asking for a night mode. The internet loves a night mode, like a dark mode.
Yeah.
And so we've actually added that in, so you can test that out with us right now, where you can.
That's in the beta right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that's
can
so good.
click night mode, and then there's another clean mode that just removes the textures, and it's all light. So all of that, you can adjust spacing, margins, font sizes, all of that. So again, trying to really scratch that itch of the part of the community that has very strongly been asking for some way to access digital copies of these books is what we have set out to do in the beginning. And just like we did with the website and all the tools that were there, we wanted to start with a compendium because it really is the backbone of everything that comes after it. So we want to get it really, really right, where when we come back in and layer some of these other elements on top of it, it will have a strong foundation. And for instance, with character management, we had initially thought that we might try to put it in to this initial beta release, but we are also in the middle of a major revamp of the way that the digital character sheet works at this point. And so given that, we wanted to make sure that we waited on that to complete before we started putting this in the mobile app, where we could make sure we weren't redoing work.
What are you doing to the character sheet? Is this based on feedback from people?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah, so there's
You're testing it in alpha right now?
It's Todd approved. It's a very good character sheet. I'm very, very happy with it.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
The thing, I actually talked to Bart about this a little bit last week, but I don't guess I'm coining the term, but I'm bringing it back maybe. We call it neo-retro, all right? So it's that feeling, and I keep using Mustang, but I can use Challenger or any of these cars lately, where you saw that new body style that they came out with a few years ago with Mustang, and you instantly recognize that as just classic. You instantly, it evoked something in you. But at the same time, it looked very futuristic, and it was, obviously
modern,
more powerful and modern, and all of those things. And so with the character sheet, that's been our design intent from the beginning, because we got, this is a great example of feedback and how important feedback is. Some of the feedback that we got in our forums, there was this one post, username Tom WB, and he had posted on there.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah. But he basically had posted this just great post. He said, people have been using character sheets for 40 plus years. you can keep it simple here. Like, keep a lot of the look and feel of a character sheet while still adding that modern digital convenience on top of it. So that was really our guiding star. So we've got some exciting stuff coming. That one's not quite yet available for the community, but here before too long, we hope we can share a little bit more about that and let people start to get their hands on it.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I mean, people may not realize how much the effect community comments like that can influence development and design. So I mean, that's you mentioned going to your forums and things like that. Like people should do more of that and comment, especially now in this beta phase when that's what you're craving. It really is. Absolutely. Like this kind of feedback.
Yeah,
and it can really impact the way the tool will look going in the future.
Yeah, and I read almost all of it. I mean, there are millions of posts, I think, at this point, but read almost all of it.
You read 950,000 of each one. Not.
So, especially because we try to funnel this into what we call just mega threads. And so if you are in a character sheet mega thread, if you are in the mobile app beta testing forum, and you're posting to the mega thread, you can bet that I'm seeing it. We're talking about it with the team. We're prioritizing. We're making decisions. And that feedback has been really important to us. And we're in this for the long haul. And so for us, we don't ever want to just take reactive, knee-jerk, efforts towards something that the community is telling us. We want to be sure that we really widen that net and hear from everyone and hear about those experiences. So the upcoming new character sheet is a big part of that. The mobile app already in alpha has been a big part of that. We've heard from people. We had, they called it a FAB, a floating action button on the actual mobile app that when you were scrolling, the little button would show up and you could use bookmarks from it. People hated it. It was distracting when they were trying to scroll through the books. So all of that feedback, we definitely review it. We make the best decisions that we possibly can and make a better product as a result of that. So definitely share that feedback. That's what this beta period is for.
What I like about what you're saying there is that, I mean, I feel like for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, Mike Merles and the rest of the team took that exact same approach where it was, let's put this in front of people early, with the D&D Next playtest, and we got, almost 200,000 playtesters go through and let us know, and all that feedback was codified and distributed in a way, and it sounds like you guys have that down to a science as well, of getting all that information and giving it, disseminating it and digesting it in a way that makes it useful for developers, and that commitment to what the fans actually want and how they use the tool, I think is going to be, just really forge a great future for what D&D Beyond can do alongside what the designers here on Dungeons & Dragons are doing.
Hear, hear.
Yep.
There was no question there. Yeah, I know, right?
It was great.
So true or false?
That's a statement by Greg Tito.
So we also have something else really exciting happening today, and so I'm going to let Todd
what?
share a little bit more about that. Really excited about this too.
Yeah, so we got a lot more content on D&D Beyond other than just me.
And just your awesome
videos. Yeah, my awesomeness. No, I love doing the videos, but I am there's a reason why I'm in video. I'm not necessarily the strongest written person in the world.
Communicator?
No. I'm great at communication. I'll communicate with you right now.
Yeah.
My fist, yo.
but not via email or any type of written form. So yeah, we've got this great group of writers now that are working with us on D&D Beyond. Today we have James Hake, who is he's a fantastic writer. He's already knocked it out of the park with his article that is up on the website right now. And
about the Ranger class.
Yeah, about whether the Ranger is broken. And he's such a good writer, and he's so passionate, and he makes my job easy. Actually, they all do. We also have Sly Flourish, who's writing articles for us right now. We have James Intercasso, and the best thing, the most
dream team over there.
Yeah, it's a dream team, especially like if you're a content director and you want to be lazy, hire good people. So
all his secrets,
all those secrets desperately want more lazy time, and they've written such amazing content that we're rolling out every single day.
Every day?
Yeah, every day we have new content, new articles,
new original content every day.
Some days we'll have more than one article or post, because we still have my videos coming out as well. And this is just kind of the beginning for our plans with content on D&D Beyond. We have a lot of different types of articles coming up soon.
Are we? Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and share a little bit. So tomorrow we will see a little bit from Mr. Intricasso.
Yeah.
So he is fantastic, and he is taking a deep dive into homebrew design. And so for the next several weeks, of course, he's doing a lot of game design. He's doing a lot of interesting things on the DM's Guild and all over the place. It's like I see his name popping up everywhere. Yeah. He's really preeminent at this point in the community, and so he is talking about principles of game design and talking about how to make a feat, how to make a background, how to make that balanced in some way with some of the other content. So and then in particular, we provide homebrew creation tools on D&D Beyond, which has been something the community has really been positive about and responding to. And it's an interesting thing for me because I've kind of gone on record several times with our team saying that we're not completely thrilled with where homebrew creation tools are at this point because if I could, I would spend another 6 months making them just wonderful and perfect. But we got out what we can at this point in time where people can start to have that flexibility and that customization. And so Mr. Intricasso is actually going to be tying a lot of that into how you create those things and make those things happen in D&D Beyond. So it's a really, really good angle, and just really, really happy to see that content's coming there. And then Mike Shea, Sly Flourish, he's
basically doing a a guide for dungeon masters, only in article form. There is another book I think that covers this subject.
Master's Guide.
Yeah,
perhaps.
That name will never stick.
I mean, we'll try it.
It's
We'll
too
try
general.
it
These
Too
are
general.
a series of articles that are really geared towards, not only new but also old dungeon masters, like good reminders, things, how to run your game, how to get the most out of it.
Experienced
Yeah.
Dungeon Masters.
Yeah.
Not
is that what
Not older.
You don't say old.
Sorry.
Okay. Yeah.
Seasoned dungeon
out. Man,
masters.
it's really on the brain today. Doesn't she look so
sensitive.
young right now?
Just positively
I
radiant.
can feel the crow's feet deepening. It's all that choking.
It's right next to the pimple.
Oh, yeah. my youthful pimple.
But yeah,
not even
this
covering
content
it.
that Mike is making is going to be really great. It's going to cover things like, how do you form a group in the first place?
Right.
So some of the logistics of running
Yeah.
the game, in addition to some of the more mechanical things that obviously you find in the DMG. And we have a lot of other exciting
Yes.
special guests that are going, but
Ooh.
that we haven't quite signed contracts
Oh,
for.
Yeah.
We understand that.
But yeah, we've got some really exciting folks that are going to be coming in, and really our intent with all of this is we had codenamed this a while back as Rolling Stone, and that's, we're just trying to tell the story of D&D. And while the D&D team is just doing such a great job making this game and making it everything that 5th edition is, and just again, just knocking it out of the park with that, we want to highlight the community's response to that because it's just so overwhelmingly strong and positive. So we want to tell that part of the story, and this content really allows us to do that. So we're really excited about everything that people are doing. We're going to eventually see, I think, even some artwork.
Yeah.
So almost like Far Side kind of comics and stuff. So we're
Yeah.
going to start
Really neat.
doing all kinds of really neat content like that.
The whole point
I
is
love
Adam's team has. I mean, I'm on his team, but the gnomes on Adam's team that have constructed this really.
Wow, I don't know if they will feel flattered or
I'm
offended.
okay.
I know,
with it.
right?
Well,
You know,
we've
like-
At least
got.
call them halflings.
I've got about 3,000 miles between me and them, so
Call them whatever you want.
yeah.
It'll take them a long time to get there if they're not.
They were lucky to get gnomes. yeah. It's a long walk, man. But they've done such a great job with the app and the website as well. Like, my job is to basically do the content version of that. So where the tool says great for like finding out everything you want to know about spells and monsters and all your compendium content, and it's just this great resource to like learn about D&D and play D&D on the fly and improv a lot more. I want these articles to help people who are just getting into D&D to definitely start like feel more welcome. They can read an article and really get a sense of security and understanding of how to start running those first few games. And for those that are more hardcore or more seasoned, but definitely not old, we have deep dives on that stuff as well, and about like balancing out new homebrew classes, the more advanced stuff you want to do. So it really needs to be like a one-stop shop for taking those first steps and starting your D&D campaign or learning more, even though you know a lot. And I'm really excited. And like Adam said, we've got a lot of different formats. And I got some of my friends who are going to be popping up, who I've known for some years. And they have some really exciting articles coming up as well. So I'm very, very excited. This is a dream job. And now it's easier because other people are doing it too.
Oh, you got a little empire.
So
the videos will continue.
Yeah, videos are continuing. I'm still. I'm not going to get. I'm going to talk to people all the time. Yeah, I just finished a couple of great interviews. I talked to Travis and Laura from Critical Role, and we had a lot of laughs, and that was really fun. And I talked to a really great cosplayer, Rob Bopp. She made this amazing Kenku cosplay that was at ECC, and she doesn't even know how good it is. Like, she's very humble, and it's amazing. And the entire time I'm interviewing her, she's in costume, and when she's talking, her beak is moving.
I love that.
You're literally talking to a Kenku. And
that's so good.
She's so wonderfully talented. And I hope we see a lot more D&D cosplayers. So we're going to broaden the video content as much as we can to cover like the cosplay community and other people who are working in the community for D&D. And I still want to talk to Mike Merles all the time, and Jeremy Crawford and everyone else on the team. So yeah, all of this is just, we're not taking anything away. We're just adding more and more.
So let me get this straight. You guys started off as video, and you're pivoting to written articles.
It's not a pivot.
Listen to this guy, man. This is kind of like you talking about, using characters in the app just after I told you that it wasn't quite in there yet.
I just wanted to make sure that
I was on
paying
point.
attention.
Okay,
yes,
I got it.
I'm hitting your talking points.
But it really is like with, I remember when I started playing World of Warcraft, and how many have played World of Warcraft? So you have
far too many hours.
Maybe like once.
I think I'm on like
not
300
my
days
wife.
played or
Yeah,
something
my
like
wife
that.
has
just
the
ridiculous.
king of World of Warcraft.
Yeah. So playing World of Warcraft, though, I just remember back in those days when the game was at its height and people were, almost everywhere you turned, you could run into someone that was playing World of Warcraft. Dungeons and Dragons is doing something that's just greater than that and beyond that. At this point, it's in the zeitgeist. So many people that, the entertainment that we enjoy today, it's everywhere. And so I remember those days with World of Warcraft where I could go to certain websites and get daily immersion in that game and how important that was, because I was just constantly thinking about it, and might have been sometimes at work.
Yeah.
Sometimes. Only sometimes.
Looking up,
though.
So now it's my job and I can just look at all that stuff. But but basically we are wanting to do that for Dungeons and Dragons and give people another option to just be immersed in this fantastic game, this amazing hobby all the time. And that really is our goal. And so we're going to keep bringing in some really, preeminent and emerging voices in the community and showcase the creativity that something like D&D really brings about.
So are you going to people in the community and asking them to be part of the team, or are you taking what?
Mainly we got kind of an Avengers team, a dream team of people we've been kind of like going out there and reaching out. There's so many people doing great work right now.
Yeah.
That we're not taking submissions really right now, but we're
submissions. That's the word I was.
Yeah. We're finding you. Like basically, there's some Nick Fury action where we just show up with like an eye patch and we ask you to join the team. And that's the kind of thing.
Do they all get red jackets?
Do they all get red jackets like mine?
Yeah.
Oh, we could start making that happen.
I think that
sounds.
That
like
sounds.
Red jacket
Todd's
team.
Ravagers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just a bunch of pirate D&D content writing fools.
Obviously.
Robbing
That
from
makes a lot of
people and
sense.
then writing about D&D at
Taking
night.
your
I like
dice
this.
and
So
then writing about
I
it.
will kind of throw this out to the community, though, however. Fortune favors the bold.
Yeah.
And if you have fantastic ideas, I'm pretty sure that in today's age you can probably find a way to get that to us. And I am sure
in
as
a
much as
legal way.
Yeah, in a legal way. So I am sure that as much as I love this stuff, I would give it a gander. So if you have phenomenal ideas. I'm not saying we're doing submissions, but I am saying that we are always looking for those strong voices in the community that are doing really, really cool things, and we want to showcase that.
Yeah.
That's
Awesome.
wonderful.
We're watching.
Gosh, you guys, I feel like you have so much going on that it's kind of crazy.
Our little D&D Beyond is just
Oh, did you mention the television show we're making?
I'm making a television show and a movie.
It's a Netflix original.
And when is the the rockets to send D&D books to Mars going to start?
Oh, that'd be fantastic.
I mean, didn't he have that in the Tesla when it went up?
Self dungeon mastering cars.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great photo op for the DMG. Yeah, just sitting there on Mars.
Yeah, right.
All right, I would do that for, like, if you guys ever decide to revisit Dark Sun, land a copy of Dark Sun's campaign.
That's like the best
on Mars
stunt marketing thing you could do.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
It might cost a little bit.
It'll be so
Right,
cheap back
whatever.
then. Yeah.
Well-
But Elon Musk plays D&D, so, I mean, it could happen.
Okay, Spelljammer, you
Is he
sent
one
it
of
into
the secret-
space into low orbit.
He's one of the secret people you have writing articles for you, right? That you haven't been able to
Obviously.
sign the
He's one of
contract
your
yet.
Yeah,
friends.
we're
He's one
we're-
of Todd's friends.
Yeah, we
Quibbling
used,
over legal terms right now.
I used to pick on
Elon.
him all the time. Oh, Musk.
Oh, Musky.
You would never-
Musky,
No, you
as I
can't.
used to call him.
Oh, Musky, you can't play D&D
Before I
with
realized
us.
how weird.
Oh, Musky Elon.
You're not cool enough, Musky.
You'll never make it in life.
Yeah.
I know you're watching right now, Elon, and I'm sorry. It's not.
It's
don't
just
mean
a
to do
joke.
it.
Yeah, that would.
Yeah,
He
he's
is- he's
obviously
actually
subscribed, right?
Right? No, I've
Yeah.
seen him. He pops up all the time.
He's always in the chat.
He's heckling right now. All right.
Like I heckler.
Any-
I heckle Mike on Happy Fun Hour.
As you should, right? He's like, I'm trying to get work done.
No.
Oh, Mike on Happy Fun Hour.
So good.
Absolutely love it. Great stuff. Everyone watched that. Incredible stream. Great idea. And it's become this huge thing in our office now. Every time he talks about D&D Beyond, he says, handy
drink.
dandy D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's about to
And so
become
it's
our-
almost become like a drinking game
Yeah.
or something, you know? So every time he says, I'm going to go to my handy dandy D&D Beyond page. And so
Oh, my
like
God.
we're thinking really seriously about just kind of changing the
handy
the
dandy.
logo,
Yeah.
you know, to
I said
handy
full
dandy.
1950s commercial.
Yeah, totally. It kind of sounds
Drop
like
by and find you a night handy
like
dandy
he's, like,
D&D
a
Beyond.
paid spokesperson or
Yeah,
something.
it's almost like he
Yeah.
is or something, you know. I mean, I don't know if I would have gone with handy dandy, but we'll
Gotta
work
feel
with
natural, though. It has to
It's
be
got to have
gotta
that
roll off the
rhythm.
tongue.
Yeah,
It really
you don't
does.
handy D&D Beyond. It needs to be handy dandy.
handy
Yeah.
dandy.
Yeah.
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 Or ye old D&D Beyond.
It doesn't roll off the tongue as well.
No,
yeah.
y'all.
Yaldi.
Y'all
Yaldi.
Do you pronounce oldie? Because I've heard of people like are talking about the ye old
shop. Do you
Yoldi
pronounce
tavern.
shoppy?
I don't, but people do.
The ye old choppy?
Yeah,
Ye old
it's like
shoppy.
one of the best things about D&D Beyond is having Matt and Marisha tell
Oh,
you
yeah.
the names of the monsters because that's
To tell you you're wrong.
but how wrong
About
so
Sigil.
who again? So
Oh, you're-
who again?
I'm glad we've ended the Sigil argument.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good one. Yeah.
I said sigil for years.
Oh.
Years before
Yeah,
I
I mean,
realized how wrong.
how would you know though? You know, so
That's-
that's what.
Until
There was a
D&D
video
Beyond.
game.
Well, that is true. That's
They
when
could have pronounced it
that's
wrong,
when
though,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, they could have not known.
Yeah, but no, I mean that's what I mean. I think whenever I try to press one of the lore people on like how to pronounce something, they're always like, whatever
Check,
you want.
check
I mean,
handy dandy D&D Beyond.
well, exactly. They will. That's the canon what it is. But
Well,
you know, it's all at your table.
Mordenkainen's
However,
another one. Like a lot of people thought Mordenkainen was Mordenkainen.
right?
Yeah.
Which is a very subtle difference to me. It's not like GIF and GIF where you're like, no, that's two different things.
it's
Ultimately,
kinda like-
it's your table.
It's kind of like in Star Wars, though. You know, like Lando is like, there are people that call him Han, and then it's like, I gotta go save Han.
Yeah,
you know, and it's
yeah,
like-
yeah.
So he's saying Han
Han.
and not Han,
Ooh,
right? And
that's
so
a good thing to
sometimes
watch
they
in the
say
movie, see
Leia
if he calls
and-
him Han.
And he almost, it's like he basically calls her like Leah one time. You know, so like people just say things a little differently.
Feel to
you know?
say things, man. Just relax about it.
That's what like this podcast is all about.
We
Just saying
just saying
stupid
Just saying things
crap.
different.
That's your new
That
name
should
for
be
the
our
podcast.
tagline.
Yeah.
Dragon Talk.
Just saying
things
things.
differently.
We're just saying.
Just
Just
saying.
saying.
Yeah. Oh, I like the condescending nature
Just
of that.
saying. Well,
Just saying.
Just saying.
it's like a 70s sitcom.
Just
All right.
tearing
Greg
people
and
apart.
Shelley.
You're welcome for that.
We lift people up.
That's right. We lift people up.
Lift us up where we
No.
belong. No,
No.
darn it. Dang it.
Oh.
Went
Shut
too
it
far.
down.
Not a theater guy.
I was a theater guy. That's why I know.
Were you a theater guy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
No.
Yeah,
Us-
I'm the dark
us
side
too.
of theater.
Us too.
The dark side. The backstage crew? Is that
Yeah.
The surly ones.
That's what I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why
That's how Greg met his wife.
Yeah, and she was
You're not
so
good
nice.
at memorizing lines.
I didn't say it that way. I just was like, no, do it again.
Wow.
Greg, you're just,
Well, because when you get the lines wrong, it's very hard. It's disrespectful to the other actors because they're waiting for their prompt to say what they need to say.
I
This
know.
is his wife
Yeah.
he's talking about?
I know, right? And then she actually married me. I don't even know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I stopped giving her line readings after a while.
Theater is rough.
Yeah.
That's
It's
how it has to
true.
be.
Yeah, you need
It's not for the faint of
your
heart.
comrades. It's not for the faint of heart at all.
That's theater.
All right, so obviously people can download the beta on both app stores right now.
I just
On
did.
Google and iOS.
I'm still waiting for the Windows Phone version, but that'll come sometime.
Yeah, not working on that.
The Switch version is also
As
coming
soon as
out
they
pretty
get
soon.
a Twitter app
Obviously.
on it, too. Yeah.
So where can people find out about you guys personally and any more kind of calls to action you want to throw out
You
there?
can find me on Twitter. I prefer that because Facebook, I get lost when I get on there. So Twitter at Bad Eye Adam. Feel free to drop any questions to me. I will gladly answer just about anything. So
You're
definitely
like
ask me.
all over the forums. You're answering questions on Twitter. Now
Where do
you're going to
babies
take
come from?
unsolicited submissions.
Reproductive
When
advice.
the mommy and daddy love each other
They
very
dream
much.
about each other like beholders.
They give
Yeah.
each other line readings, and
Yes.
babies haven't.
The
That's
daddy
not
insults
actually how
the
it typically
mommy.
works. Yeah.
Weird.
What about you,
That's
Mr.
upsetting.
Kenreck?
I'm just too horrified by what just happened. Yeah, it's just my name.
Just
It's
the
Todd
answers.
Kenreck on Twitter. And I have a Facebook fan page, which looks archaic because that's from back in my NBC video game days, but I'm going to work on it.
How's your MySpace doing?
And yeah, my MySpace.
Can I
yeah.
find you on Friendster?
Oh my god. Yeah, Friendster. Another solid. Yeah, so you can find me there, Tumblr. I will talk to you back. If you send me a message, I will do my best to talk to you, and I'd love to hear what other content you would like me and the rest of the crew to start working on. If you feel there's any gaps, things that you really want us to ask, like Mike Merles and Jeremy Crawford and everybody else. I'll see what I can do, and I'll see if I can squeeze a few questions in there.
That's a good idea.
As long as they're not, terrible.
Yeah, because you haven't done like a listener question.
I
or
sneak
user
one in
question.
once in a while. Actually.
Oh, yeah? Really?
Yeah. If someone,
Yeah, he's sneaky about it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sneaky. I'm very sneaky.
It's like you steal
the
questions
rogue.
from everything. Where you're like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
yeah, I just we're not steal, but like absorb questions.
Yeah,
from
yeah,
everywhere.
yeah. I don't steal. Yeah, I take credit for everyone's work. That's what I do.
How often are you
For
interviewing
exposure.
them?
How often? Now we're just doing it monthly. We're stockpiling them because that's a little bit healthier.
Yeah.
Then coming in every day. and
Those
you're like,
Xanthar days where I was publishing a video every day.
those are a lot of subclasses.
That's a lot of subclasses, man.
I would see those things on my Facebook feed, just like
Yeah.
a still of like Jeremy.
Yeah,
And it was like, look, Jeremy Crawford talks about, like, it was like every.
every day. Every day.
You guys were everywhere.
They're like, no wonder
fancy-
no one's reading my Bachelor recaps. They're all
They're
watching
all
these videos.
watching Jeremy Crawford.
Yeah, so that brings us back to like kind of the content schedule. Right now we have we've got James Hake. He's doing Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays with content. It'll be like an original article by him on Mondays and
How do
Wednesdays.
people have time to do this?
And and then Friday he's going to do a really solid, interesting recap of the previous night's episode of Critical Role.
Oh.
And
that's
he's
good.
the best person for that because he wrote the book on it.
Oh, yeah?
Not
But,
the
um,
Bachelor.
yeah.
Not the Bachelor.
Damn.
No, he's
No.
not recapping
No, because that's
the
not on
Bachelor.
Thursdays.
No.
He's
I don't
not-
know
he's
what
not
shows
stealing
you
that part of
speak
your job, too.
That doesn't sound geeky enough.
Hey, if you want a Bachelor recap, like, I am.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll keep you in mind.
Well,
Unsolicited.
we probably have a
submission.
wiki. We probably have another Gamepedia site for that. Right?
But you
But,
guys own that too, don't you?
Yeah. All of the things. And then, every single week we will have Sly Flourish article and also James Intercasso article.
I mean, not every week.
Not every week.
They will.
But we'll
end
all
their
have a run.
series. Yes,
Exactly.
yes,
Yeah.
okay.
Not permanently forever, but we have like a series that will be coming from those two guys.
Sweet.
And then every Tuesdays and Thursdays in the afternoon, I'll be publishing one of my videos. So, yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Good schedule. I love that.
Yeah. Got a lot
and
going on.
We'll be talking about it here on D&D News and all the stuff we do going forward.
He always talks about you guys.
Yeah, a lot of
Behind
cool
our back.
Tome of Foes content too coming, right?
Oh, yes, lots of
as
Tome
we
of
get
Foes.
closer and closer to that.
Are
so
you going to
looking forward
dress
to it.
like Mordekainen when you do those?
You guys seem to really want me to shave my head and dress like Morgan Kane.
I
Shave it.
really do.
Shave it.
Just
Just
I
put
used
Boss-
to shave
your
my
boss is
head.
the
I
one
used
who
to shave
gets
my
to
head
make
all
that
the
call.
time. I had a bald head for like years.
Jeez,
And a
you're
mohawk.
halfway done. You're halfway
Do you have
there.
any D&D characters with a mohawk? I mean, no,
we
you
can
don't.
make your
You can make
punk
me-
version of Mordenkainen.
Punk
I'm pity the
version?
fool.
I like that.
The adolescent, surly,
Good
Morton
stuff.
Keenan. Yeah.
Shelly, how can people follow you if they want to?
Well, I'm on Twitter at Shelly Moo. If you want to talk about The Bachelor, I'll answer all your questions. But otherwise,
Why do you watch that show? How about that question?
Yeah. Why do you subject yourself to this?
What
'Cause
do
it's
you see?
awesome.
In that? Okay.
it's entertainment.
Which Bachelorette would you want to not ever see in the future?
I don't want to see any of them in the future. I actually don't even like this season.
See, I
I think
can't-
the finale's tonight, and I don't even know.
What?
I know. I think. I don't
Has
know.
it finally happened? Are you like
Maybe.
turning over a new leaf?
No, I just don't like this Bachelor.
Oh, okay.
Still like the show.
next Bachelor.
Still like the franchise. Just don't like this Bachelor.
Understood. All right. Well, and what about anything having to do with those
Avalon Hill. Avalon Hill 2 on Twitter.
number 2?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm at Greg Tito on the Twitters,
Yep.
as well as at Greg _ Tito at Instagram. Lots of fun stuff happening there. But if you want to find out about Dungeons and Dragons, you obviously go to D&D Beyond. There's lots of awesome stuff there. But there's also DungeonsandDragons.com, Wizards _ DND on Twitter and on Instagram, I believe. And download Dragon Plus if you're in the downloading mood after getting the beta for D&D Beyond. There's lots of awesome content coming there on a bi-monthly basis, including free adventures. 2 of them are out there now. I think I said in the intro, so I won't rehash that. But it's good stuff coming at you on every 2 months. So check that out as well, and that's available on dragonmag.com too.
A lot of content
All right,
everywhere.
I think that's everything. Rocks fall. Everyone's dead. Real quick. All right. Thank you guys so much for... Oh, I shouldn't turn their way. For bearing with us. We had a long recording session this whole time. Thank you guys for coming to be in the office. It's always fun to do those, although my neck started to hurt after a while. So I apologize if I wasn't looking at you while I was listening.
Thinking you were upset with me.
I was
was.
very upset,
He
but
was rolling his
it was more
eyes.
of the like, I can't because I just turned like this. That's better.
It's not
That's
because we're
horrifying.
old.
That was like a Muppet.
We need swivel chairs. Can we get some swivel chairs?
Oh, we need
that
swivel
creepy
chairs.
demon doll that's in the
Hello.
attic that slowly turns at you. Yeah, that's not. No.
Bad eye. Yeah. Or maybe we need to get like a circular table of some kind instead
A
of this.
hexagon, a rhombus.
Word
And
from
it rotates
Parallelogram.
like the top of the Space Needle.
And then it rotates. Oh my god! And then we like have to turn around and be like, oh.
No.
You're looking at the camera behind
We
us.
just constantly are in a
love that.
state of rotation.
like
All right, put it on the list, Pelham. We'll make it happen. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the D&D Twitch channel. It is awesome to see your support. It all goes towards making all the content on here better and more exciting. You get awesome emotes. There's some in here. In fact, I see Lauren Obo Crazy is throwing in some purple hearts and some D&D ampersands
And yellow moons.
and yellow moons.
Pink.
All the Lucky Charms are in here for everyone. Dude, we got a box of Lucky Charms when we went on vacation. There's so many new charms in there that I'm like, these weren't in here when I was a kid. They got
Back
like
in my day.
rainbows and
Yeah,
like,
like multicolored.
We need
Yeah.
D&D
Oh,
charms.
God, I
D&D
want to
charms.
eat Lucky
Yeah, yeah.
Charms.
I'm sorry.
Sounds so good.
There's gelatin in it.
Oh. It's not vegetarian.
It's not vegetarian.
Yeah.
Everything.
Thank you guys again, and we'll be putting up some more and fun emotes on there. I think I went through all of the fun programming we got here going on this week, but definitely check out Dice Camera Action tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific time as well. I'm just going to throw out a few highlights. The Trapped in the Birdcage, which I believe is 5 p.m. Pacific time on Thursdays.
Watch it.
And then the Mike Merrill's Fappy Fun Hour is definitely something we should all jump into as well, 1 p.m. Pacific time on Tuesdays. Good fun stuff. You're all awesome, and we'll see you soon. We're going to be hosting Dice Friends from Loading Ready Run right after we're done with this, as soon as I get off
cool.
here. So go check them out. Friends from Victoria, British Columbia. I'll be waving to them from outside the building as soon as we get off here. So thanks, everybody. See you next
Goodbye.
week. Bye-bye.
Thank you.